Welcome, everyone, to the power of extensibility and the Blackbaud marketplace. I will just say that without this session, I am safe to assume that there would be no BB Dev Days, but all goes to saying that our open Sky APIs are the magic that allows one set of software solutions to interface with others. And so that magic, of course, powers many of the customizations and integrations that we are diving into during this conference, and definitely what Ben and Elizabeth are going to cover in their session. So for introduction, I am so pleased to introduce you to two wonderful colleagues. First and foremost, they are just incredible, brilliant brains behind so much of what we power. Ben Wong is a senior principal product manager on our platform team, and he is the, let's say, magic behind the magic of our Sky APIs. And Liz Price brings the brilliance of our global partner network to life. And so please join me in welcoming this truly dynamic duo who deliver a world of extensibility and customization options to our entire partner and developer community.
All right, thanks, Neena. And hello, everyone. Good to see so many people from all over the country and the world. It's great to be back at another BB Dev Days conference. I am broadcasting live from Charleston, South Carolina, which is about 10 minutes away from the Blackbaud global headquarters, but my hometown is Bristol. That's Bristol in the UK, not Bristol, Tennessee. There is another Bristol. There's probably a few Bristols in America. But it's great to see that we have some attendees from Bristol. Now, as the product manager that's responsible for the developer experience for all the amazing Sky developers that we have in our growing ecosystem, I'm going to spend a few minutes today to talk about and recognize the power of extensibility and how integrated experiences really do make our lives better. So my job is twofold. First, I work with our product teams within Blackbaud to bring the next wave of innovation to our customers. And we do this by releasing public Sky APIs for our software and other capabilities such as Sky add-ins for UI extensibility and Sky UX for front-end web development. And my team also helps to produce resources to help developers get started with tutorials. We have templates, code samples, and all the documentation that you could ever wish for, as well as some very popular certified connectors for the Microsoft Power Platform. And you can find more information on all of that at developer.blackbaud.com. But none of those things will have any value at all without all of you bringing your passion, creativity, and curiosity to explore the universe of possibilities, as it says on my BB Dev Days t-shirt. You have to use these tools for it to have any value to our customers. So has anyone mentioned that we have over 12,000 third-party developers building on the Sky developer platform? I know that's a number that we've heard a few times this morning already. That number is well over double the number since the first BB Dev Days, which was 3 years ago. So that number includes all of you, all of the pro developers and low-code developers at our customer organizations. It also includes you, our partners, who have brought your expertise to our platform, and you, all the individuals who are making an impact with code. This Sky developer community is about 4 times the total number of employees that we have at Blackbaud, which shows just how this ecosystem is just far larger than us and has massive potential for impact. This community has created over 8,600 Sky applications. So that's 8,600 extensions, integrations, workflow enhancements that improve the Blackbaud product experience for over 9,500 of our customers who have connected those applications. So that's a lot of customers, but I know that that's less than half of the total customer count that we have who have a product that supports Sky API. So there's still a lot of room to grow. And we want the experience of connecting apps to enhance our essential software, something that 100% of our customers do. Because I know, and we all know, and you know, everyone knows, everyone should know that extensibility enables delightful customer experiences. So connecting apps to Blackbaud products should be as common as installing an app on your smartphone, which is an extensibility concept that everyone should be able to understand. It's going to be really hard to find someone who has a phone who hasn't connected a third-party app, because when we install apps, we're making our phones whatever it needs it to be. And it can be truly a delightful experience when everything works really well together. And the example that I've used in the past is how my phone is my primary music listening device because of the Spotify app. And I can say that having access to pretty much every song ever recorded in history that I could ever want to listen to at my fingertips does make my life better. And it's even better when the Spotify app works seamlessly with my Sonos app that controls my speakers back there. You probably can't see it in the shot. But my phone also controls my Philips Hue lights. And what's even better is that the Philips Hue app has a Spotify integration so that the lights can sync to the music. Now, all of this is only possible because of APIs. And my parents think I'm crazy when I explain this to them. That's how far we've come. It's hard for them to comprehend that a phone can be so much more. And it's even harder for them to understand why I never actually pick up the phone, or why no one picks up the phone anymore. But that's what we're trying to do with our Blackbaud software, because we know that our software is so much more when it's extended with new capabilities. So we at Blackbaud, we have our hands full creating the essentials, from fundraising to financial management. We're making student information systems and grant-making software. But we need our software to do more, because our customers need our software to do more, because they've taken it upon themselves to tackle humanity's greatest problems. And all they're asking of us is not a next generation fly swatter. They just want a little more automation to make their jobs just a little bit easier, to create a better working environment. So extensibility is our future. We need to create it for them by providing the right tools for developers, whether it's pro code or low code, or apps discovered on the marketplace from the growing partner ecosystem that Liz is driving with her team. So extensibility is the future we want to create. Because extensibility is what enables an organization like Mount St. Mary's University in Los Angeles, an institution dedicated to teach young women important leadership skills and the spirit to serve others. Because of APIs and the right tools, they were able to use Razor's Edge NXT and the Microsoft Power Platform to adapt their workflows and reduce their 40-hour financial reconciliation process down to about 2 to 3 hours of work. And Ed Rivera, their director of advancement, said that they use the Microsoft Power Platform connector so much that it's hard to remember what they did before. And it's been an absolute game changer for them. Another example I've talked about is Preble Street. So this is an organization serving Maine's most vulnerable residents, where Nicole Holt, who is at the conference, so if you see her, say hi if you run into her. She used the Microsoft Power Platform to create automated large GIF reports that alert staff so that they can immediately begin the next steps in stewardship. And that process alone saved each staff member about an hour a day. Now, saving an hour a day might not sound life-changing, but it could be the difference between whether you have time to get lunch or not that day. And when Nicole added the 20 other small workflow automations, like documenting GIFs in their SharePoint site, it saved them about 10 hours a week in administrative tasks, which gave them a lot more time to spend on more strategic work. So these are just two examples of how the use of APIs and extensibility through low-code platforms can have a really big impact on organizations. We hear stories like this from more and more customers who decided to chase their curiosity, first about low-code, which led them to learning more about APIs. Then they got curious about building their own UI interfaces with adaptive cards, and then with Power Apps. And before they knew it, their eyes were open and their minds just blown, thinking about the possibilities and how these developer tools can save an hour or two here and there, which can lead to a much larger impact. So I'm going to wrap up today just by teasing some of the Sky Developer updates across the tools that we provide to developers. And I'll be talking more about these in tomorrow's vision session. So I'm just going to run through these really quickly. And you can let me know in the chat which ones are exciting to you. So first, new APIs. So we're always excited when we launch a new Sky API, especially when we're bringing new products into the fold, as we saw with the grant-making API earlier this year. We also managed to deliver on the most highly voted idea from the Idea Bank, which was to have a query API for RE and FE. And I already know that a lot of you can't wait until that's available in your environment. I can see everyone chiming in there. We also released a much anticipated membership API for RE and XT. And we're constantly releasing updates to Sky APIs across the board, way too many to list here. So I'll point you to the Sky Developer Community announcements to get details on those. Now, moving on to the Sky Developer Platform, we deprecated the environment admin role. So now any user can be given the permission to manage apps in the marketplace. We also have granular permissions to give users access to certain data integration APIs. We updated the Sky API endpoint reference to improve the navigation and search functions. We made Sky API more secure by updating and supporting newer Cypher suites to comply with TLS 1.3. And then for the low coders, we enhanced adaptive cards with multi-card interfaces to make them able to respond dynamically to changes. And then coming soon, we're going to have some certified connectors for the query API that I know a lot of you are going to be excited about. So if you want more details on these, I'll see you in the session tomorrow. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Liz.
Thank you, Ben. And hello, everybody. It's always hard following Ben. I know he mentioned he's from Bristol, but that has a special ring to it in my view. And I only hail from Toronto, Ontario. So hello to the audience and hello to everybody who is also joining us from one of our global market regions. And so love having a global audience on the line. And to build on Ben's topic, really, I wanted to spend some time today talking about building and what tools we have available to us. I think, Ben just went over some of the APIs that are around the corner from us. And, I was watching chat and I think it was a little hard to tell how people are feeling about query. Just kidding. I know everyone's as excited as I am to see that come across the bend, but wanted to talk through really, when we're talking about different tools, we're not only limited to some of the APIs available. Really, there's so much more, and a lot of it has been built by this community. And so outside of some of the developer tools and documentation that you've all been using for quite some time to build new capabilities, whether or not it's been automation and workflows all the way through to end-to-end applications, we have low-code solutions that are available that help us kind of leapfrog some of that build capability through to drag and drop interfaces. And then finally with full app solutions. And then flanking that on the other side, there's a whole host of skills that are available. And so this community itself, as we know, has been very active. And I think one of the best and most exciting elements of coming together on for an event like Blackbaud Dev Days or BB Dev Days is really when everyone gets to congregate and help one another to accelerate and allow us to build more and get to our outcomes even faster than what we could do alone. And so really wanted to just reinforce that we have a spectrum depending on your comfort level in that space. And so you may be somebody who's really comfortable with a certain capability or with a specific set of APIs, and you may actually rely on either your community or want to outsource more professional guidance from one of our consulting partners. And so whatever your need or comfort level, there really should be, whether it's a technical tool through to the service expertise or the technical guidance to help you on your way. Now, I represent our global partners group, and I thought I would just take a minute, especially that, you know, we have a lot of our developers who have become partners over the years, and just spend a little bit of time talking about what that means. Really, to us, partners is more of a formalized agreement we have with organizations or professional individuals, where we have formalized the fact that we are going to work together to support our shared customers. And so again, a Blackbaud partner can focus more in the application or the product build space, all the way through to consulting, guidance, and full service offerings. And really, again, it runs the spectrum of products where the partner applications have been built from. So we have partners who've built extensible solutions from Razor's Edge NXT, Financial Edge NXT, all the way through to some of our education solutions as well. When we think about partners, and I'll talk in a minute about the Blackbaud marketplace, but also want to offer up that we have partners that have worked in the space, and they're there to help consult. And some of you may be on the line today, but to consult and give guidance to help coach customers, help coach fellow developers in the space, all the way through to, as I mentioned, full service offerings. And so really this is about accelerating outcomes and more of a reinforcement that we have so many knowledgeable individuals within the community. It really is a way for us to accelerate how quickly everyone is able to learn and continue, again, getting to those outcomes that our entire community of social impact customers will benefit from. I promised to mention of the Blackbaud marketplace. And so just a reminder, we've really evolved the Blackbaud marketplace over the years, and in particular have had more of a substantial change as recently as of about October of last year. As of October, we've worked very closely with Ben and team and enabled the ability for our partner organizations to list service offerings. So what was once upon a time the Blackbaud app marketplace is now the Blackbaud marketplace, and really runs end to end with connectors, applications, and service listings. And that's everything from, again, consulting services, agency services, through to a more even structured and refined services engagement program, like the Accredited Implementation Partner Program, whereby we have certain partners doing more formalized implementations associated with our solutions. And there's a filter now in the marketplace. And so if you do have a need for a partner and you prefer to engage a partner organization for those services, we have a notation to help guide customers and help understand where that subject matter expertise really sits. So as I mentioned, a lot of our partners were once part of the developer community and have formalized the engagement with us and joined the Blackbaud Partner Network. And so would encourage you, if you have any questions, if you have any interest, if you go to blackbaud.com/partners, there's a register link at the bottom of the page where you can get started if you have questions. Or alternatively, if you're interested in a partner application or service engagement, head to the Blackbaud marketplace and you should see a plethora of listings available for you to choose from. Thank you for your time today, and I will throw it back to our wonderful MC, Neena.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Ben, for sharing the power of bringing ideas to life with the extensibility of our products and with Blackbaud Marketplace. And thank you all in our very vibrant community for the magic of your contributions to our marketplace, to the development community, and for the continued feedback that you bring to us to certainly help us understand your needs, your customer needs, and make sure that we are continually evolving together. So thanks, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the sessions. All right.